watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Happening now at 9, covering the entire DMV. Killer husbands? 2 men accused of fatally shooting their wives overnight. What we know from Northern Virginia and Western Maryland. And that stolen puppy probe. Some good news tonight and details about the young dogs and the getaway car in DC that took off in broad daylight.
He's fired. Get rid of him.
I liked him. I thought he was a good person.
Commanders head coach Ron Rivera says that he'll meet with team ownership tomorrow as fans sound off on how long he may stick around after a disappointing season. The coach's comments just moments ago.
And quiet weather right now, but how long will it last? We have a DMV weather alert day. We'll talk about that day and what to expect coming up.
And we're stretching your dollar. Don't let those New Year's resolutions ruin just yet the free fitness opportunities to use right now. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 9 this Sunday evening. I'm Ben Dennis. DC sports fans, they're on edge tonight. Commanders head coach Ron Rivera says that he expects to meet with team ownership tomorrow amid mounting questions about his leadership role. And after a season-ending loss to Dallas and a dismal year to say the least, our Jake Rom guides us about those fresh post-game comments from the coach.
Yeah, Ben, disappointing loss for the Commanders to wrap up a terrible 2023 campaign. The team playing for absolutely nothing but pride today against the Dallas Cowboys at FedEx Field. Solid start for the Commanders in this one, but it did not last. The Cowboys dominating the Commanders 38-10. Washington finishing 4-13, losers of their final 8 games to the season. After the game, head coach Ron Rivera speaking at the podium about his much anticipated conversation with owner Josh Harris.
I'm not quite sure what to wait for, but I am going to meet with him at some point tomorrow, so we'll look forward to the conversation. If there is one thing I really do think, this ownership group is just as passionate as this fan base. They want to win. And that's something that was always made clear to me, and one thing that Mr. Harris has always stood by. And so I got a lot of respect for that.
So that conversation, like he said, happening tomorrow morning. Open locker room tomorrow, so media will be there at not at FedEx Field, at Ashburn, talking with the players as they clean out their lockers. Will we find out during locker room or after locker room if Rivera is there or not, Ben? We'll find out tomorrow. We're going to be live in every show.
Time will tell. We'll be on top of it, Jake. Thank you. Game night coverage again coming up here on WDVM at 11 at 9:30. Fans sound off about that less than commanding season and thoughts on Rivera's future. Jake, thanks. Back to your local headlines. In Maryland, Frederick County deputies have arrested a man they say shot and killed his wife at a giant grocery store just last night. Deputies say it happened around 11 p.m. at the Urbana store on Sugarloaf Parkway. We're told 33-year-old Tanisha Butler was found dead on scene. Police say the suspect, 33-year-old Frederick Owusu Saki, was Butler's estranged husband. They'd been going through a divorce. Deputies say they also found a handgun and a rifle in Saki's car. Prince William County police say a man shot and killed his wife last night in Dumfries. We're told this happened near Possum Point Road and Leonard Street around 5 p.m. The husband, 24-year-old Daniel Oko Lawson, allegedly brought his wife, 24-year-old Desiree Alexandria Buggs, to the hospital after that shooting. Police say he told officials what led up to the shooting and gave them the gun. Police did not specify the circumstances. Oko Lawson is now facing multiple charges, including felony murder. And an update to the story we brought you last night. Police say that they found 7 of the 8 missing DC puppies stolen from a car on U Street in Anacostia yesterday. They have been found, 1 still missing. Officials say the suspect stole the victim's car with those puppies inside while it was running and unlocked. Anyone with information is asked to call police. Developing now, congressional leaders have reached a tentative agreement to fund the federal government and avoid a partial shutdown. That could be a sigh of relief for the hundreds of thousands of federal workers in the DMV. Now, the specifics of the deal have not yet been released at this time, but House Speaker Mike Johnson says the deal will secure $16 billion in additional spending cuts compared to the agreement between former Speaker Kevin McCarthy and President Biden. Biden also responding to that news, saying, quote, "It moves us one step closer to preventing a needless government shutdown and protecting important national priorities." Also going on to say the agreement provides a path to passing full-year funding bills that deliver for the American people and are free of any extreme policies. Now, lawmakers will have until January 19th to pass that full spending deal before some federal departments begin to run out of money. Your time is 9:05 on the dot. Back to your weather now with Scott Sumner. Scott, we're talking about that light breeze that's out there. You can see our camera shaking as we look at Roslyn. Tell us, how is that work week going to start for us? Are we going to get more of that snow that we saw yesterday?
Well, some people will get a little bit more snow as we go into Tuesday morning specifically. Otherwise, Garrett County, we'd still have a winter weather advisory in effect for you until 1 o'clock in the morning. There's been some snow up that way, but that's about it, the extent of it. And it's going to be a fairly quiet day as you see a lot of dry real estate here off to the west, although there are clouds out there. But our next weather maker here, our Tuesday storm system, is currently over Denver as we speak. And yes, it's going to be moving across the country, 2/3 of it arriving here with a bit of a punch to it, to say the least, in several ways. One of which is a flood watch, in effect, a coastal flood watch here from Anne Arundel County, Annapolis area, all the way down to Lexington Park and St. Mary's County. At times of high tide, the water level is going to be a lot higher than normally would be. And so here are the tide times for you for Annapolis at 2:36 Tuesday morning, so the wee hours of the morning, and then 4 o'clock Tuesday afternoon. At the waterfront here in the district, 6 o'clock in the morning and 6 p.m. in the evening, so there could be some issues there. I'll talk about why coming up with a timeline of the storm on Tuesday in a moment. Quantico, 4:57 in the morning, 5:02 in the afternoon at the Patuxent River, Maryland area, 12:24 midday for you. So again, we'll watch that. There are other elements in storm threats here, just besides, not just besides the flooding aspect, but also the wind, where it could be on the high side with regards to a high wind threat. We'll talk all about that and explain coming up in my main weather.
All right, Scott, thank you. The Virginia Department of Education is continuing major reforms for the school system as it looks forward to new school goals in the new year. The Department of Ed says that their focus includes learning loss recovery and core literacy instruction. They're also fighting that chronic absenteeism we hear about. The Commissioner of Public Education says the state will help advance academic progress after school systems have now identified their largest learning gaps. According to the commissioner, the system is, again, putting heavy emphasis on learning loss recovery, special ed programs, mental health resources, developing a student-based funding formula, and ensuring access to high-quality early childhood care. And if you can believe it, it's been 1 year since a 6-year-old Virginia student shot his first-grade teacher at Rich Neck Elementary down in Newport News. That shooting had captured national attention, and one that teacher Abby Zwerner certainly will never forget. Amy Avery from our sister station in Norfolk just sat down with Zwerner 1 year later.
Abby Zwerner says not only does she suffer from PTSD from that day, but she feels like her life has been all over the place. She says as many of her friends have continued on with their careers and their lives, hers just stopped.
It's been the same thing that stuck out to me is the student's look on his face when he pulled out the firearm and pointed it right at me. That look. And the look after the firearm went off. It's traumatic, horrifying.
Is that the part you relive the most?
Mm.
Former first-grade teacher Abby Zwerner says she frequently relives the moment when she was shot in front of her entire class of first-grade students.
I remember the last memory I have of them, and I can't, you know, it's hard to think the last memory that they had of me.
She says she thinks about them often.
I know they're doing well in 2nd grade. They're all very smart and kind. I hope that they're moving forward with their lives in the best way that they can.
In November, a judge ruled that Abby and her team of attorneys, Diane Toscano and Jeffrey Bright, can move forward with their $40 million lawsuit against the Newport News School District for negligence. The judge ruled this shooting doesn't fall under the Virginia Workers' Compensation Act. Bright says teachers in Virginia shouldn't have to expect this kind of violence in their classrooms.
Teachers should never have to expect this, and the school board needs to fix the problem and not default to a workers' comp. We'll just let our insurance company pay for it. It needs to be fixed. This is just one teacher of many who face problems in our school system.
Our thanks to Amy tonight. Meantime, the Washington Wizards are helping promote youth reading across the DMV. They're partnering with libraries in our area for the Winter Reading Challenge. Kids ages 3 to 19, young adults, can participate for prizes, including 2 tickets to a home game against the Chicago Bulls on April 12th.
Part of the challenge has children coming to do programs. It has them reading books in the library.
The importance, I would say, is just making sure that we don't neglect our surrounding states in Maryland and Virginia, and just making sure that we stay connected.
That challenge ends March the 20th, and it's free for anybody who takes part. Meantime, DC's 311 service is expanding how residents can report problems. You can now request service on issues like rusty slides, broken swings, any other problem with playground managed by the city. The city is also accepting requests for overflowing recycling bins at parks managed by DC Parks and Rec. To submit a request, just call or text 311 or go to 311.dc.gov. And we're getting a look at how much in tax revenue Maryland casinos are pumping in, $70 million, and that was in December alone. The Maryland Lottery and Gaming Agency says that the state's 6 casinos made $165 million last month, slight uptick from 2022. The top 2 moneymakers, can you guess? MGM National Harbor in Prince George's County and Live Casino and Hotel. The majority of revenue made from Maryland's casinos goes to the state's Education Trust Fund.